Hi guys, it looks like right-wingers like Alex Phillips and her guests are trying to turn immigration into a class issue. So she had on Stephen Wolfe from some dodgy right-wing think tank who complained about asylum seekers being put up in working class areas. The two described how immigration is viewed in a two-tiered way, where middle-class rich liberals only meet foreign doctors and professors, but working-class Brits have to deal with the rest. The guy from the think tank seems to want asylum seekers put up in expensive hotels. But aren't these the same people who complain about the high cost of housing people arriving in Britain?
You know, if you live in the leafy suburbs of London, when you encounter people from other countries, they're professors, they're doctors, they're, scientists and all the rest of it.
No. Do you think that people who live in middle-class areas don't go to the hospital, don't go to a restaurant, don't go into the city centre? Do you think that they never meet, the only people they meet who are foreigners are doctors, professors, and scientists? What reality does Alex Phillips live in?
Who can afford lovely houses and send their kids to the same school as yours and speak perfect English and so on and so forth. But when it comes to asylum seekers or legal migrants and where they're put up and the welfare costs that they are using, it will be from the most deprived areas of our community. People who've got nothing anyway will find they're even less likely to get something.
Well, absolutely, and we've seen this through the research, and this goes back to what your previous speaker, which I didn't catch his name, unfortunately, identified one of the points that I've been pushing for a long time. The issue about immigration is based on snobbery, it's based on sneering, and it is based on a class issue. So when you come down to housing, we don't see, where I live in Winchester, the beautiful hotels in the centre of Winchester being filled with asylum seekers because it's £300-400 a night to rent a room there, where it's only £50 or £60 a night in Stoke. So let's put them into Stoke, let's give them into Flint, let's put them across the northern cities where the accommodation is cheaper.
Right.
And the argument from the snobbish elite on this is that we're doing this for the best of taxpayers' money. Well, actually, what you're not doing is putting them into the Liberal Democrat areas who have very few, if any, asylum applicants. You're not putting them into these areas where people live in huge houses. So that kind of snobbery exists.
Okay, so is Steve suggesting that asylum seekers be moved into his area? Because he no doubt lives in a rich area. Because as soon as you say, well, then let's move asylum seekers into rich areas, then people like you will complain about the cost. You say, it's too expensive. Why are you putting people in 5-star hotels? You should be putting them in cheaper accommodation. And once again, we have to raise this point. When a hotel starts taking in asylum seekers, it's no longer a hotel of 5 stars, 3 stars, or whatever. It's accommodation. It's no longer a hotel. It doesn't have a menu. It doesn't have facilities like an hotel, like a swimming pool and stuff like that. Room service. It doesn't have these things. It becomes asylum seeker accommodation. It's no longer a hotel. So on the one hand, they're trying to suggest that these are still hotels when they're not hotels. And then on the other hand, they're saying, well, let's not put them in poorer areas. Let's put them in rich areas. But as soon as you put asylum seekers into luxury hotels or luxury apartments, you people complain. So either way, you're going to complain. Now, I don't know, maybe Steve would like asylum seekers put in his area. I highly doubt it. Maybe Alex Phillips in her luxury apartment would be willing to host a few asylum seekers because she doesn't want them going to poorer areas. These people are absolute hypocrites. They'll say, we don't want to be spending money on asylum seekers, but then as soon as you say, okay, then let's put them in richer areas to avoid putting them in poorer areas, and you say, no, we don't want to spend that extra money. So you don't want to spend money, you don't want to send them to poor areas, and you don't want to send them to richer areas. What do you actually want? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.